We're just past WrestleMania 40, which was in Philadelphia. I'm going to take a look back at WrestleMania 15, which was also in Philadelphia. It was at the First Union Center. I'm going to look at the main event. This is the first of the trilogy of The Rock versus Austin at WrestleMania. This is a watch along. We're going to watch it together. So, yeah, so you want to pull it up on Peacock. It's going to be WrestleMania Season 15, Episode 1, WrestleMania 15. And you're going to fast forward all the way up to 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 24 seconds. So I'll give you a minute to do that. I'll kind of run down a little bit of the story, and then we'll go ahead and get going. So 2 hours, 21 minutes, 24 seconds. So when you get there, Austin should already be walking to the ring. I haven't started the video yet. I'll give you a countdown to start it. But here's the story. So this is the part of the big Vince McMahon Austin storyline, and it's got the corporation, all this great stuff. So on commentary is going to be JR and King, but so JR comes back down, right? And then Vince McMahon comes down. Vince thinks he's going to be the ref. He thinks he's going to call the shots in this match. HBK, who's commissioner, decides that's not going to happen. He bars Vince. He bars the corporations, just the corporation. And it's just going to be Austin and The Rock in a good old Attitude Era wrestling match. There's no DQ. The Rock comes in as the champion. So hopefully that bought you a little bit of time. Not 22 hours, 2 hours. You can't get through here. 2 hours, 21 minutes, 24 seconds. And we're going to start hitting play in 3, 2, 1, go. So as you'll see when you hit play, it's just a shot of the fans. The Rock is already in the ring. His entrance was kind of long. It's not worth watching. It wasn't super fantastic, but Austin's making his way to the ring, which, he kind of stomps his way down there, getting through the ropes. They're talking trash. The ref's in between them. A packed house at the First Union Center in Philadelphia. And man, I say it all the time. I love the sign era. All these fans have great signs out in the crowd, throwing a little trash talk to each other there. Austin standing on the ropes doing his thing. That's one of the cool t-shirts he has too, the Expect No Mercy shirt, where his arms are like big rattlesnakes. So here we go. They're jawing some more, getting in the face. Let's do it, guys. Let's get this going. And it does start off hot. That's one of the things about this match. There's no feeling out process. There's no holds or nothing like that. It's just brawling. And immediately goes to the outside. So this is the first of 3. If you have a chance to watch all 3, I highly recommend you do. They all are different and they all are special in their own way. But this one started it. This is The Rock's first main event at WrestleMania. Austin was the main event in the previous year. This kind of made both. I don't want to say made them, because Austin was already top of the line. The Rock was right on his heels, but this solidified who was going to run the corporation, who was going to run the WWE at that time. So they kind of roll back in the ring here a little bit, trading some punches, a little slap to the face. Now this is heel Rock, which I'm a heel fan anyway. I'll boo him. It's part of the show to boo him. But I'm a fan of great heels, and The Rock plays a great heel. You can't deny it, especially with what happened at WrestleMania 40, the final boss angle. He's awesome at it. So yeah, he's a Rock. He's the Rock. Of course, he's the Rock, but he's the heel in this match. And now, this is that anti-hero era anyway. So there's a gray area as far as heels and faces at this point. But The Rock is definitely a heel. Austin was your face in this match. So they're in the crowd. And this, I don't mind that matches go out into the crowd. It just, I don't know, man. It seems, like I said, I don't mind it, but I think sometimes it can be a little too much, a little too long, right? I want to get back to somewhere cool where everybody can see something happen. So they're all back over the barricade, making their way through the people. Here we go. So this is what would I say? This is 99. In 99, I tried to watch all a bunch of pay-per-views in order for the Attitude Era. I skipped a lot of 99. I did watch WrestleMania 99, but after WrestleMania, I just kind of died off for me, I guess. It wasn't that it was that I don't want to say that wrestling was bad at this point, but it's peaks and valleys just like everything else. And this was a valley for pro wrestling in 99. Even with WCW, that's when they kind of late 99 is kind of when they got kind of weird, kind of I don't know, just kind of like too much. They were trying too hard, I guess. And I mean, I'm not going to criticize pro wrestling. I'm not in it. I wasn't the writer at this point in time. I wasn't in the business. But like I said, peaks and valleys. So here we go. We're making our way through the ramp. Austin and Rock here walking together, holding each other up. And this is a cool spot. So Austin's going to reverse this right here. So he's going to throw him. He's going to Irish whip him into the barricade there. And just a massive, massive lariat lays out the Rock. This is the stuff I really like. I like those hard hitting clotheslines. I like the stuff on the outside like this. Even though I just said I wasn't a big fan of them going out in the crowd, I like the stuff that's on the apron or that's on the floor or up by the entrance. I like that stuff a lot. This is a weird spot too, back body drop. So Austin gets a back body drop right on his knee on the corner of what looks like scaffolding. They just set lights on, kind of like a stand. And I mean, his knee wrapped right around it. Probably didn't feel good, but man, I love going back and watching this stuff. And so we're going to say to highlight that again. So yeah, that big back body drop, and you watch his leg just wrap around the top of that stand. Which he wore, is this where he has both? He has one knee brace at this time. Eventually he wears two knee braces. Old man, I guess. So here we are back on the outside, trading some punches. You want to Irish whip him again, right into the boom stand. So we're both on the floor here. I don't know who the ref is. I thought it was Kyoto, but I don't think that's who it is. Should have did some research. It looks like Kyoto. Should have done some research here. So here we go. Going to pick up the power cord. Going to choke him out. And one of the things, this is before the what chants, which another reason why I like going back and watching Attitude Era stuff for Stone Cold, especially pre 2001, because that's when the what chant was. I'll get back to that in a second. This is an Irish whip into the WrestleMania sign. So it's really, I love that spot so much. You can see the sign just waving back and forth, swinging from the Rock hitting it. Anyway, the what chants. I'll get on my soapbox about it here. I like fan participation, boo, cheer, all that stuff. Seth Rollins comes out, sing his song. Cody comes out. Everybody does the whoa. I think it's awesome. I love it. Everybody, back in the day, it was too sweet when NWO was rolling around. But the what chant from Stone Cold, every now and then, I think you'll see it a little bit here and there. I'm glad it's dying out. But man, I hate it. I don't have too many bad things to say about pro wrestling. The what chant is one of those few bad things. I don't like it. It's rude, people. It's just rude. Okay. Anyway, so this is before that. And so this is, yeah, because that didn't start till 2001 for that one. So we're making our way back to the ring here. And again, Austin's kind of letting the Rock guide him around into the stairs. And I just really love these. The whole trilogy, like I said, is great. If I had to put them in order, best to worst or worst to best, we'll do it worst to best. If I had to put them in order in that way, the one I liked the least would be WrestleMania 19. The second one would be this one, WrestleMania 15. And the one that I like the most is WrestleMania 17, which I'll probably watch at some point in time, which I've seen before, but I'll probably do a watch along with it. Oh, we're on the Spanish announce table. And par for the course, man, Spanish announce table is going to get destroyed. It's always the Spanish announce table. Every time. I've never seen a Spanish announce table last a pay-per-view unscathed. But yeah, this would be the middle one, and then WrestleMania 17 would be my favorite of the trilogy. And I mean, WrestleMania 17 it's a bloodbath. It is just a all out brutal pro wrestling match. And the third one, the reason why I didn't care much or as much about WrestleMania 19 was it was just a wrestling match. There was no stipulation. There was nothing other than The Rock just wanted to wrestle Stone Cold to beat him, right? So I just didn't care for that. It to me it should have like that should have been the first one, just a wrestling match and then stipulations for the next two. But I mean, you're planning that's 5 years apart. Maybe they would plan that far ahead, maybe not. I don't know. But I mean, that's just kind of the way it laid out. But like I said, WrestleMania 17 is by far, for me, the best out of the trilogy. So here we go. We're back over the barricade. Stone Cold's gonna walk the Rock around. Irish whip here into the steps, which we've all seen so many times. So here we go. Now we're working. You got fans pointing and yelling. What's that sign say? One sign, sign back there in the back says, "I have to poop." That poor guy, you're going to be sitting there for hours. I love the sign era. Love it. Here we go. We're going rolling back into the ring here. Austin on the ropes. Rock's in the middle of the ring. Oh, well, surprise, rock bottom. And this, yeah, I thought, I mean, I said I've seen this match a handful of times, but what if it ended there? You know, what if that was it? So that would have been I guess that would have been a swerve for everybody. But yeah, rock bottom right there in the middle of the ring. And at this point in time, I don't know how many people had kicked out of the rock bottom at this time. I am a stickler for perfected for protected finishers. I think we should go back to protecting them. I don't think they should be hit more than I understand twice if certain events happen. Here's the ref getting smacked by a chair. So ref's out. He's going to roll. He just got walloped. And the Rock's and all this. They're going to do their stuff here in the middle of the ring. We're just going to keep going. So yeah, ref slowly rolling out. But yeah, I'm a big advocate for protecting finishers. Again, I get it if you hit it twice, you know, like something happens, your foot gets pulled, or somebody rolls out, and you have the match has to keep going. But man, I miss the days of the pop when someone hit their finisher and you knew it was over. You knew it. And I get it. Sometimes you got to kick out of it to kind of change the story or change the precedent of pro wrestling. That's fine. But for me, I think that should be protected. So Rock's going to work with the chair, working on Austin's knee. No ref to be seen. He rolled out. Another ref down there, that Tim White. He's down at the ringside now. And I'm really surprised with it being no DQ that it's Rock goes for a cover, near fall. So Tim White doesn't get the 3 count on him. What I'm really surprised I think it's just the chair and you know, like they went through the Spanish announce table, they hit the steps, went up and down the entrance there. You know, I don't know. Maybe today we're more, I don't want to say extreme or more hardcore, but maybe there's because you don't really see chair shots now, so you kind of got to be a little more creative, I guess, when you have these no DQ matches. You know, I like seeing something, you know, maybe some brass knucks or a folding table, you know, that kind of stuff. We got a sleeper hold here or a headlock, whatever you want to call it. So they're just kind of sitting there in the middle of the ring. Tim White, like I said, is the new referee who came down. I'm pretty sure his name was Tim White, right? All right, Austin's working out of it, getting back into the ropes, back and forth. Here we go. Little clothesline from the Rock there. And the fans, they just hate him right here. Booing him, yelling at him. He's setting him up. Another headlock. Let's see what we can do here. So we got any other cool signs that I can see. There's a cool Kane t-shirt back there, though. I'm a t-shirt guy. I like a good wrestling t-shirt. Let's see. I'm not a big memorabilia guy, but as far as merch, you got a good t-shirt, I'm in. So we're going back. We're still doing the headlock. What's that one say? We want Hitman back. This is right after, or not right after, but the previous Survivor Series was the Montreal Screw Job, I believe. So fans are still a little sour about that. Oh, excuse me. Allergies, stuffy. What are you gonna do, right? Here we go. We still got the headlock, still rolling around here. Rock's yelling at the ref here. Count him out. Austin's fighting out of it. Let's see. Gonna trade some punches. Austin throwing up the birds. All right, here we go. They I thought that was gonna be the Luthez press. That was a Samoan drop. One of Rock's moves that he uses quite a bit. Another near fall. So it's kind of slowing down. This match picked up. It was super hot coming out off the bell. And then we're kind of slowing down now, taking her time, telling the story. Oh no, now the ref's going to get a rock bottom. So that some dude that was perfect Austin hits a stunner, and the Rock sells a massive stunner. He's always sold the stunner great, always. But there was a guy when the Rock hit the rock bottom on the ref. They went to the camera shot over the crowd, and some dude, like perfect timing, stuck up the bird right there in the middle of the camera. It was dead center. It was great. It's like one of the Hebners comes down, Rock kicks out. So because of the time, gave Rock a little bit of time to rest and kick out of after the stunner. So here we go. We're getting started again. Oh no. Here comes Vince McMahon. He's stomping down to the ring. He's trying to do something. Is he gonna screw over the rattlesnake? So here's what I don't understand. So before, like I was talking about, Vince came down. He was in like the sweats that he used to wear when he'd have a match and that kind. He was in that. He was in that gear, and then HBK threw him out. So instead of staying in that gear, he comes down in a suit for this. I mean, this is only 20-minute difference. Why why come down like that? Oh no. Vince punches the ref, so that ref's out. One of the Hebners is gone. I can't remember which Hebner that was. So now they're putting the boots to Stone Cold in the corner. Rock's all fired up. Vince is throwing some boots. And then here we go. In just a second, a hero will present himself. Mankind comes down the ramp, and he's a ref. He's got the ref shirt on. So Mankind comes down. He does some work. He runs Vince off. Nice punch there. Vince rolls out. Mankind stomping him out. The Rock has had enough of it. Austin rolls him. Kicks out. I wouldn't have cared if that was the finish too. I'll roll up, but fine with it. Didn't have to be something big. So we're going back and forth on the rope. There's the Luthez press from Stone Cold. He's going to come back and do his forearm drop. Setting it up here, trying to finish this off. Uh-oh. I do like that Mankind came down. When I watched this again, like I said, I've seen this a handful of times. And I always forget that Mankind's the ref that ends it. Another rock bottom. Now he's going to go for the most electrifying move in sports entertainment. The people's elbow. Chucks his elbow pad out. It's yeah, I do like the man. I think, I just kind of was always been on the fence about having a kind of a wrestler ref thing like this, how it ends. But no, I do like that Mankind came down for this one. So here we go, going for another rock bottom. Stone Cold's not having it. And stunner. So he sells it again, sells it great. Mankind gets down. 1, 2, 3. It's all over. McMahon's sad. The fans are cheering. Austin's your new champion. That's all for WrestleMania 15. I had a great time watching this match. I had a great time talking about this match. Thank you for joining me. You can check out Instagram at Wrestleverse, YouTube at Wrestleverse. Like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff.